Athletes, remember to refuel and recharge at the Athlete Lounge, presented by Toyota. Open Friday and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Special Event Center, Meeting Room 1. Toyota, let's go places. Split seconds recorded by Omega, the official timekeeper of USA Swimming. Good morning, swim fans, and welcome back to the final day of the 2022 Toyota US Open Championships here at the Greensboro Aquatic Center. Events today include the 200 backstroke, 100 freestyle, 200 breaststroke, and the 200 butterfly. A reminder that our afternoon distance session will begin at 4:07 with the first heat of the men's 1500, and that distance session will end at 5 p.m. The competition pool will open at 5 for warm-ups for our 6 o'clock start for finals. Our first event today is the women's 200 backstroke, and we're set now with Heat 1. First of 6 heats in the women's 200 backstroke. Sylvia Roy will touch in a 2:16.30, winning heat number 1 of the 200 backstroke. Heat 2. Heat 2 of 6 in the women's 200 backstroke. The Olympic trials cut for this event for 2024 is a 2:13.59. Emma Wyatt leads the way 106.30. Caroline Bentz into the lead, 140.64 into the final 50, ahead of Emma Wyatt. And Bentz will touch first in heat number 2, final time of 2:14.79. Heat 3. So our final heat before our circle seated heats in the 200 backstroke, heats 4, 5, and 6 will feature the top 24 entries into the event. Maeve Eckerman leading the way at 106.33 from the Sarasota Sharks on the outside in lane 1. Ackerman continues to lead from lane number 1 ahead of lane 3, Sydney Scheck from the Rockwood Swim Club. Sydney Scheck now in front from lane 3. And touching the wall first to win the third heat will be Scheck at 2:16.90 ahead of Eckerman at 2:17.15. Heat 4. Tori Berger leads the way from lane 5, 104.97. Berger represents the University of Kentucky, comes in entered at 2:12.34. Kim and Neal having a good swim on the outside in lane 7 as well. Neal comes in with a 2:14.54 entry time for swim Mac Carolina. But he will be in lane number 5, University of Kentucky. Tori Berger touching a time of 2:14.22. Heat 5. Summer McIntosh in lane number 2. Sarasota Sharks leads the way. McIntosh last night set a World Junior U.S. Open and U.S. Open meet record in the 400 individual medley, posting the 4th fastest time in history in that event. (1:36.01) the split time there for McIntosh. Battle for second and third in the heat between lanes 5 and 6. Emma Atkinson in 5 and Leah Shackley in 6. But it's going to be McIntosh winning the heat from lane 2 in a final time of 2:09.76. With 1 heat remaining, that's the fastest time so far in the 200 backstroke. Heat 6. Top seed in the 200 backstroke, Reagan Smith from Sun Devil Swimming, the World, American, U.S. Open meet and junior world record holder in this event. The World, American, and junior world record all stands at a time of 2:03.35. The U.S. Open meet record 2:07.09. (102.71) first 100 split for Smith. She was the 2019 world champion in this event. She also holds the 2 fastest times in history in the 200 backstroke with her world record of 2:03.35. In the final of those 2019 World Championships, she won a 2:03.69 for the second fastest time, and is the only swimmer to ever go under the 2:04 mark in this event. Josephine Fuller is second for University of Tennessee in lane number 5, but it's going to be Regan Smith touching first to win the final heat of the women's 200 backstroke. Final time of 2:08.50, fastest time of the morning for Regan Smith. We'll have a summary on the board in just a moment showing your top 8 qualifiers into the US Open final. There are the heat results for heat 6. And here comes your finalist list. Regan Smith leads the way ahead of Summer McIntosh, Josephine Fullard, Emma Atkinson, Leah Shackley, Tori Berger, Rai Hewlett, and Caroline Bentz at 2:14.79. Your B finalists, Cayman Neal, Sylvia Roy, Emma Wyant, Emily Hamill, Tavares, Ignatova Zinnia, Haley Scholler, and Sydney Sheck in 16th at 2:16.90. Kylie Wilhelm, Eckerman, Ferris, Murray, Rodriguez, Douthright, Donlan, and Cook make it back in the C final. And a tie there for the first reserve. So we need coaches, please, for those 2 athletes. To the clerk, of course, a tie for 25th. And coaches, the time is 9:20. You have 30 minutes to declare in the women's 200 backstroke. Next up, we go to our men's 200 backstroke. There are 5 heats in this event. Heat 1. Reminder, coaches, that the time trial entries for today will close at 10 a.m. This is the first of 5 heats in the men's 200 backstroke. The Olympic trial standard at 2:01.69. Sean Green will touch in a final time 2:03.66. Long Island Aquatic Club, Sean Green touching for the win in Heat 1. Heat 2. Yuri Kostian in lane number 8, as well as lane number 2, John Short. And it'll be Short from Ireland at 2:04.54, winning Heat 2. Heat 3. Could we please have coaches from Brazil and Mission Viejo to the clerk of course? Brazil and Mission Viejo, please, to the clerk of course to discuss that tie for 25th in the women's 200 backstroke. Heat number 3 of 5 coming towards the end of this men's 200 backstroke. Lane number 5, Caleb Maldari of Swim-Mac Carolina in front. He comes in entered at 1:59.33. Will touch the wall here in a final time of 2:02.02. Heat 4. Daniel Deal in lane number 4, winner of the 100 backstroke last night here at the U.S. Open. Deal leading the way, 58.74 ahead of Nico Garcia in 3. Top time in the heat, Daniel Deal will touch here in a final time, 1:57.62. Fastest time with 1 heat remaining. In for second, Nico Garcia, 2:01.28, and a 2:01.77, Baylor Nelson. Heat 5. Top seed in lane number 4 is Jack Akins, University of Virginia, entered at 1:56.29. The world and American record in this event was set in 2009 by Aaron Pearsall on a time of 1:51.92. Pearsall also holds the U.S. Open record from 2009 at 1:53.08. U.S. Open meet record, a 154.59 by Nick Doman, also from 2009. Aikens leads the way ahead of Amadou Knopp, and JT Ewing is third between them in lane number 5. Knopp now in front. Amadou Knopp from the Sarasota Sharks entered at 2:01.06. JT Ewing moving well in 5, coming back on Jack Aikens as they come into the final wall. Top time will be Amadou Knopp, 2:01.35, under the Olympic trial standard in the 200 backstroke. Good for the third fastest time of the morning. A finalist on the board. Daniel Deal leads the way ahead of Nico Garcia, Amadou Knopp, Baylor Nelson, Andrew Simmons, JT Ewing, Caleb Meldari, and Jack Aikens in 8th place at 2:02.28. B finals led by Tommy Janton, Jake Mitchell, Landon Driggers, Eric Lee, Cruz de Almeida, Sean Green, Forrest Webb, and Sean Grishop of Cal at 2:04.22. Your C finalists: Glenn, Short, Poplowski, Kossian, Bureau, Sullivan, Montatanakis, and Bussing at 2:06 flat. Coach's time is 9:36. You have 30 minutes to declare in the 200 backstroke. Next event will be the women's 100 freestyle. There are 7 heats in this event. Heat 1. Julia Burrows from the University of Tennessee in front from lane 3, enter with a yards time of 49.60. Burrows will touch the wall to win heat number 1. Final time from lane 3, a 57.05. Heat 2. A 57-24, Alexi Mulvihill in lane number 4 wins heat number 2 from Auburn University. Heat 3. Angela DiPaolo leading the way for lane number 4. And Cougar Aquatics, Angela DiPaolo will touch in 57.04 to win heat number 3. Heat 4. Lane number 7, touching the wall first, will be Lily King from Mount Pleasant Aquatic Club in a time of 56.73. First swimmer under the 57-second mark and the fastest time through the first 4 heats. Heat 5. Beta Nelson in front as they come to the finish, trying to hold off Lily Nordman. And it will be Nelson, 55.45, 3/10 ahead of Lily Nordman in the top 2 there in heat number 5. Heat 6. Camille Spink leads the way ahead of Ana Carolina Vieira of Brazil at 27.04 second. Camille Spink in front from 5. As they come to the wall, it'll be Spink touching a final time 55.46, second fastest time, 1/100th behind Beta Nelson. Second in the heat to Katarina Milutinovic at 56.05. Heat 7. Gabby Albiero leads the way, 26.79 on the first 50. She's the top entry into the event from the University of Louisville, entered in a 54.39. Beta Nelson still has the fastest time at 55.45, but Albiero moving well, the field tightening up behind her in this final heat. Lane 8 moving well is Caroline Larson, but as they come to the wall, it's going to be Albiero touching in 55.11. Second at 55.96, Tristan Ouellette. And third in the heat to Erica Palaz, 56.09. A finalist on the board. Albiero leads the way ahead of Beta Nelson, Camille Spink, Lily Nordman, Tristan Ouellette, Milutinovic, Erica Palaz, and Addison Sawicki at 56.15. Your B finalists next. There's a tie there for 16th. Kyla Wilson, Leah Hayes, Ana Carolina Vieira, Victoria Catterson, Gabby DeLoof, Caroline Larson, Aman Olsaware, and Lily King is tied with Brooklyn Douthrights. We need coaches for King and Douthright, please, to the clerk, of course. Megan Barnes in the C final, DePaulo, Burrows, Howley, Curtois Davies, Mulvihill, and Hansen are the C finalists. And coach's time is 9:46. You have 30 minutes to declare in the women's 100 freestyle. Up next, the men's 100 freestyle, 8 heats in this event. Heat 1. Eight heats in the men's 100 freestyle. The Olympic trials cut a 49.99. Josh Flegel in lane 3, well in front of the field as they come to the finish. He'll win heat number 1, final time of 50.07. Heat 2. Coaches, please, from the following teams to report to the clerk, of course: Long Island, Tennessee, and Mount Pleasant. Please report to the clerk of course. Winning time here in our second heat will be a 50.86. Kassan Wilburn, just ahead of Daniel Namir at 51.24. Heat 3. Lane 8, Jacob Molechek in front of the field in heat number 3. And Molechek's going to roll the gutter ball on the outside, 49.83. Under the Olympic trial standard and the top time through the first 3 heats. Heat 4. Final call for time trial entries. The entries will close in 9 minutes. Kent Olsen Stavrakis leads the way, 24.47. Noah Wilkins, 51.15 with the top time in lane 5. Heat 5. Lucas Bureau leads at 24.47. Andrew Guerin on the outside, lane 8, moving well. Jake Mitchell in 1, also moving well as they come to the final 5. Top time in heat number 5 will be on the outside for Mitchell, 50.58 out of lane 1. Heat 6. This is the first of our 3 circle seated heats. Moving well in lane number 2, Chris Giuliano. He's in front of the field from Notre Dame. 49.85 entry time he'll touch here, and 49.23 fastest time with 2 heats remaining for Chris Giuliano of Notre Dame. Heat 7. Penultimate heat of the 100 freestyle. Your top seed is the time done in heat 6. Giuliano at 49.23. 3 swimmers have gotten under the 50-second mark. 1 is at 50 flat. .48.61, clubhouse leader Andre Barna in lane number 4 for Cardinal Aquatics, ahead of Alberto Mestre of Florida at 49.45. Heat 8. Final heat underway, your top entry into the event, Josh Liendo, University of Florida. He's out first at 23.42. He's entered at 47.55. Field coming back a little bit on Liendo. Lane number 7 moving well is Brady Samuels, as is lane 6, Kai Winkler. They'll come to the wall, and the top time will be Josh Liendo, 49.12, winning the heat by 1/10 of a second over Victor Alcara at 49.22. And Kai Winkler third, 49.56. A finalist on the board, Andre Barna leads the way ahead of Josh Liendo, Victor Alcara, Chris Giuliano, Alberto Mestre, Ali Calafala, Kai Winkler, and Matt King at 49.66. B finalists on the board, Jacob Molechek, Hunter Armstrong, Brady Samuels, Tavares, Josh Flegel, Michael Eastman, Luke Miller, and Weng Zhang. Your C finalists, Dennis Loktev, Jake Mitchell, Oscar Lindholm, Jorge Iga, Carson Wilburn, Eric Fries, James Koch, and Noah Wilkins at 51-15. Tie there for first reserve. We need coaches for Cale Makinen and Thomas Hay, please, to the clerk of course for a potential swim-off. Time, coaches, is 9:59. You have 30 minutes to declare in the 100 free. Our next event, the women's 200 breaststroke. There are 6 heats in this event. Heat 1. With this being the final day of our U.S. Open, we're expecting several scratches for tonight's final session. In that men's 100 freestyle, there were a number of ties throughout the field, so we're encouraging coaches to make sure you check in with the clerk, of course, regardless of your position, to see where you end up at the end of the scratch deadline in about 29 minutes. Maya Chewood leading the way, 40.01 split on that third 50. She's entered with a yardage time, as is everyone here in this heat number 1. .234.77 for Cheatwood, winning heat number 1 of the 200 breaststroke. Heat 2. Emily Lundgren of Cougar Aquatics in front from lane 7. Moving well in lane number 2, Alexis Yeager of Tennessee Aquatics. It's Yeager touching the wall first there at the 100, 113.43. Yeager comes in with a yards entry time 207.99. Lundgren at 208.94. Olympic trial standard in the women's 200 breaststroke 231.69. Alexis Yeager is going to touch the wall first in the heat, 232.94. Emily Lundgren was second, 236.89. Heat 3. Rachel Bernhardt in front from lane 5. From Team Charlotte Swimming, she's entered with a 235.31, turning in 112.83. Would a coach from Auburn please report to the clerk of course? Once again, a coach from Auburn University, please report to the clerk of course. Rachel Bernhardt will touch the wall here. Final time of a 2:33.05, second fastest time so far in the women's 200 breaststroke. Heat 4. Ashley Oberaker of New South Wales, swimming out of Australia, turning with the lead, 1:13.28. Grace Rainey currently in second spot ahead of Miranda Tucker. Could we please have representatives for the following unattached athletes to the clerk of course? Brandon Heredia and Santiago Aguilera. Please report to the clerk of course. Top time in heat number 4, 2:31.84. Ashley Oberaker of New South Wales ahead of Grace Rainey and Miranda Tucker. Heat 5. 50 to go in the penultimate heat. Lane number 5 leads the way. Bryn Curtis ahead of Jillian Davey by 3/100ths of a second, 151.13. Davey had the faster third 50 by 3/10. Strong second half for Jillian Davey as she touches 230.02 to win heat number 5 of the 200 breaststroke, ahead of Bryn Curtis at 230.80, and Katja Pavicevic is third at 233.12. Heat 6. Mona McSharry of Ireland already in front as they approach the halfway turn. She won the 100 last night, 112.52 split time ahead of her teammate Molly Main, also from Ireland, at 113.55. McSharry in control of the field here in the final heat of the women's 200 breaststroke as she comes into the final 10. She's ended with a time of 2:25.24. The over that here this morning, but touching in a final time of 2:30.37, second fastest time through the heat session for Mona McSharry of Ireland. Molly Main was second in the heat at 2:32.52. That'll be good for 6 overall, and Gracie Wyant was third in the heat. There are your A finalists. Jillian Davey ahead of Mona McSharry, Bryn Curtis, Ashley Oberaker, Grace Rainey, Molly Main, Miranda Tucker, and Alexis Yeager at 2:32.94 makes it into the A final. B finalists, Rachel Bernhardt, Katja Pavicevic, Olivia Anderson, Gracie Wyant, Avery Klamfoth, Catherine Hazel, Mia Cheatwood, and Summer McIntosh, 16th. C finalists, King, Chu, Plaza, McCartney, Jones, Carnow, Lundgren, and Brousseau. Coach's time is 10:19. You got 30 minutes to declare in the women's 200 breaststroke. Our next event is the men's 200 breaststroke. 7 heats in this event. Heat 1. 7 heats to be contested in the men's 200 breaststroke. The Olympic trial standard at 2:15.99. Leighton Arnold in lane 3 from Nation's Capital. And he will touch. Leighton Arnold winning heat number 1, final time of 2:20.98. Heat 2. Alan Bear, 106.19, leads the way in heat number 2. Dalton Lillibridge currently in second spot from lane number 4, but it is Bear leading the way from 5. All 8 swimmers entered with yards times. Alan Bear in lane number 5 will touch the wall on a final time here of 2:18.91. 2:18.91 the winning time in heat number 2. Second was a 2:25.01 for Riley Keeney. And Dalton Lillibridge third between them at 2:26.60 out of lane 4. Heat 3. Alexis Savikas of the University of Florida out in 139.79. He won the 100 breaststroke last night. Swimming in the earlier heats here as he's entered with a yards time of 151.29. But Savikas will post a time here. And he will be the clubhouse leader after the third heat at 2:13.85. Second was Sean Fakish at 2:18.88. And third in the heat, Emerson Edwards, 2:21.43. Heat 4. With the lead of the halfway is a 106.92 Toby Barnett, just ahead of Eric Veit at 107.12 from lane 6. Field tightening up on this final 50. As they come to the wall, it's going to be close for the top time in heat number 4, and it goes to Mark Sharanek at 2:19.59 from the Gators Swim Club. Second, Toby Barnett at 2:19.60. Just 1/100th between the top two. Heat 5. Lyubomir Epitropov leads the way in lane number 4. Epitropov still in front of Brandon Fisher. Fisher, though, splitting at 34.82 on the third 50 and moving well in lane 3. Epitropov fighting back, though, as Fisher pulls up beside him. As they'll head to the finish, top time in the heat will be Lyubomir Epitropov at 2:15.17, second fastest time of the morning so far. Brandon Fisher with the third fastest at 2:15.69. Heat 6. Chase Kalish in front of the field, turning here at 103.42, the winner of the 400 IM last night. Leading Angus Menzies from New South Wales through the first half of the 200 breaststroke. Could we please have coaches from the University of Tennessee and Mount Pleasant to please report to the clerk of course. And Chase Kalish from Sun Devil Swimming will touch first to win heat number 6 in a time of 2:12.44, fastest time of the morning. Angus Menzies 2:13.81 is the second fastest time overall. And third right now in the heat, Raphael Rashid Windmuller at 2:18.82. Heat 7.
Gentlemen, to the wall, please.
AJ Pouch comes in as the top entry of the 209.07. Swimmer from Virginia Tech turning there first in 104.67. This is the final heat of the men's 200 breaststroke. Pouch still in front from lane number 4. Ben Delmar in 6, moving well for Swim Mac Carolina. But it'll be Pouch touching in 2:14.78. Fourth fastest time of the morning heat session. Second in the heat, Ben Delmar, 2:15.88. And third, Jed Garner, 2:17.86. Summary on the board in just a moment, and here comes your 8 finalists. Chase Kalish leads the way ahead of Angus Menzies, Alexis Savikas, AJ Pouch, Lyubomir Epitropov, Brandon Fisher, Ben Delmar, and Coleman Moglin into the A final. B finalists, Corbin McIntosh, Jed Garner, Rashid Windmuller, Sean Fakish, Alan Bear, Kalen Anbar, Calvin Hahn, and Max Bonline at 2:19.30. C finalists up next, Brill, Sharanek, Barnett, Willis, Hong, Horego, Makuta, and Vate. Time, coaches, is 10:41. You have 30 minutes to declare in the men's 200 breaststroke. Our next event, the women's 200 butterfly. 4 heats in this event, heat 1. First of 4 heats in the women's 200 butterfly, the Olympic trial standard in this event, a 2:13.69. Jenna Bridges on the outside in lane number 1, as well as lane number 6, Kate McCarville. And it's going to be Bridges in lane 1, 2:16.33. Top time in heat 1. Heat 2. A 103.60 in lane number 5 from Club Libanes Pozzonio is Maria Jose Mato Coco leading the way. She comes entered at 209.78. This is one of our circle seated heats, the first of 3. U.S. Open meet record in this event, one of the oldest on the books from 1999. Australia's Susan O'Neill at 207.20. Strong back half, Tess Howley, 212.24, touching first. Heat 3. Reminder to coaches and athletes, if you're not planning to join us tonight for the final session, regardless of your position, whether you're in the ABC final or outside of those rankings, please make sure you do scratch before leaving the building. Lindsay Looney will touch here in 2:11.47, fastest time with 1 heat remaining. Second in the heat, 2:16.76, Leah Gingrich, and third, Eleanor Sun, 2:17.33. Heat 4. Reagan Smith leads the way. She already qualified first in the 200 backstroke this morning. She also is the winner here at the US Open in the 100 backstroke, the 100 butterfly, and the 200 individual medley. (1:36.03). Smith, the Olympic silver medalist in this event at the 2020 Tokyo Games. Charlotte Hook moving well in 5 from Stanford. Strong heat swim here for Reagan Smith as she'll touch the final time of 2:10.52, fastest time in the morning heat session. Charlotte Hook is second in the heat, 2:11.59, and third to Daria Hathazi at 2:14.52. Summary on the board in just a moment, showing your A finalists led by Reagan Smith in that 2:10.52. Smith leads the way ahead of Lindsay Looney, Charlotte Hook, Tess Howley, Dori Hathazi, Mata Koko, Katie White, and Jenna Bridges in 8th spot. Your B finalists, Leah Gingrich, Sophia Sartori, Eleanor Sun, Kate McCarville, Tristan Hewlett, Kylie Wilhelm, Kate Yee, and Beatrice Dezzotti in 16th spot. C finalists next on the board, Sikiera Almeida, Watts, Highland, Camisa, Gibbons, Walmer, Lara, and Ward. Coaches, the time is 10:53. You have 30 minutes to declare in the women's 200 butterfly. We'll make that 10:54 for the women's 200 butterfly scratch deadline. Next up, our final event of the morning before our time trial session, men's 200 butterfly, 3 heats, heat 1.
Summers lane 5 will be going for an initial distance of 100 meters. Take your mark.
Coaches, please, from American University and Brazil to the clerk of course. Coach's time trial heat sheets are now available at the time trial desk. Nicholas Albiero will touch first in heat number 1, 157.06. Heat 2.
Take your mark.
Zach Harding in front here. He's the second fastest entry into this 200 butterfly. Zach Harding will touch 157.20, just off the time done by Albiero in heat number 1, but the second fastest with 1 heat remaining. Heat 3.
Take your mark.
Leonardo de Deus of Brazil in front from 4, turning in 56.59. De Deus still in front, 31.09 on that third 50. He's the top entry into this event in the time of 1:54.80. (1:59.12), the top time there for Leonardo de Deus, the third fastest time of the heat session in the men's 200 butterfly. Summary on the board in just a moment for the men's 200 fly, showing your qualifiers for the A, B, and C final. Here are your A finalists, led by Nicholas Albiero, Zach Harding, Leonardo de Deus, Hector Ruvalcaba Cruz, Connor Lamastra, Gustavo Saldo, Ferreira de Morales, and Musin Adilovic. From Kazakhstan, your B finalists, Felipe Bafico, Josh Parent, Richard Poplowski, Archie Minto, Anderson Brown, Sammy Sierra, Tate Bacon, and Dean Jones. And your C finalists, only 2 swimmers for the C final, Agan Zahanen and Van Wanzel. We need a coach, please, from Brazil to the clerk of course area. And we have a swim off now in the women's 100 freestyle for 16th position. Two swimmers tied at 56.73. This is a swim off for 16th position. Lily King of Mount Pleasant in 4. Brooklyn Douthright, University of Tennessee in 5. Douthright out first, but only by 3 100ths. Here comes Lily King, the 15-year-old from Mount Pleasant Aquatic Club, pushing back on Brooklyn Douthright. As they come under the flags, it's going to be close. It is a tie. (56-20). Tied again. Let's give them like 2 more minutes and stand them back on the blocks to do it again. 56-2. We'll get coaches to the deck referee to discuss another possible swim off. Great racing, swimmers. Time trials will start at 11:30.